What's going on, guys? Ethan here. I wanted to do a quick video for you, specifically going over my hunting arrows for this coming 2023 deer season here in Missouri. I've talked about it in a video going over my overall hunting setup in general, my bow and so on, but a few different people have asked, so I figured I'd just do an entire separate video talking about the arrow, some of the reasons that I have the setup, weight, so on, components that I've chose, and why you may or may not want to use those components yourself. So let's get right into the video. Okay, so the best way I know to work through this from one end to the other, let's just start at the knock end. These are not the original nocks that came with these arrows. The arrows are Black Eagle Vintage 400 spines. The nocks that originally came with them, I might have some in here. There's nothing really wrong with them. They're these orange nocks. They're a little bit shorter. They just, I don't know. Nothing wrong with them. Keeping them for some backups, for some spares, but I like the fitment on my strings better with these Easton 3D Super Nocks. Running wraps this year. This is my first time running wraps. You saw these arrows. These are actually, I think, painted onto the Easton Carbon Legacies. And I really like that. I really like the all white, honestly. And hindsight, I'm probably gonna next year go with white wraps if I still shoot these arrows, because the white really does show up good to your eyes and kind of help you at mapping that arrow flight. But in memory of G. Fred Asbell, who passed away this year, decided to go solid red for this hunting season. So the red wraps and red AAE trad vanes and a 4-fletch 90. You guys have heard me talk about that plenty. These are, as far as hunting is concerned, for me, just my opinion, there is no better fletching option. They're quiet, they're faster, they're lighter. The deer just don't hear them coming. They just don't. I already said the shafts. These are Black Eagle Vintage 400 spines. My first year using them, and so far I've been pleased. They're super tough. I will say that I've hit concrete walls and stuff with these shafts the same as I did with these, and just shooting here in the basement, and these vintage shafts have held up very well. These arrows are cut around, I'll just say 31 inches, because I believe they're around the 31 and a half, something like that, is what ended up tuning out of this bow. So I believe these are a little bit on the lighter side, like 9.5 grains per inch. Long story short, these arrows come in at about 585 grains overall. So for me, that's getting a little bit up there on the heavy side. I like to stay, for me, below that, between 550 and 575. So pushing up there around that 580 mark, 585, that's getting pretty heavy. Because I personally, even though I shoot kind of a gap stinctive, split vision, whatever, I both do and don't care about the range within, hunting distance. I still want to leave myself some room for error. I still like to at least guess it close, or if I've maybe already ranged a few trees to where I kind of have an idea. I don't sit there and range animals, but a lighter arrow in my mind lets me be off a little bit and still get a flat arrow flight instead of that hard dive off effect from trying to shoot a telephone pole downrange. Shooting 47 pounds at 29 inches, it's around 13 grains per pound, somewhere in that ballpark. Whenever I actually did the math on everything with exact numbers sitting in front of me, it's about 13 grains per pound. So plenty of adequate, and being in my eyes, 10 grains per pound is where you want to start with a hunting setup. So a little bit on the heavy side, but I'm okay with that. I like a little bit of FOC. This is about that, 16%, something like that, with 225 grains up front. So it's penetration wise, I've got no concerns on whitetail deer that I'm getting 2 holes with this setup. These are new broadheads that I'm using this year. I have a history using this brand, but this is the first time back in a while. These are Dirt Nap broadheads out of Missouri, another Missouri company. This is their DRT Titan. That's a 200 to 225 grain broadhead, solid blade configuration like this, and they have their, I don't know if you can see that, I'll hold it up closer, 2-blade double bevel cut on all edges, and a bleeder, small bleeder. It's a 5/8 bleeder, I believe, and every edge, like I said, is sharp. So even if this was to catch brush and pull back out through for some reason, it's going to cut on the way back out as well, because even the back sides are sharp, very sharp, and these broadheads come very sharp. I shot these broadheads a lot in the past with a compound, the DRT, the vented version of this, and incredible blood trails, incredible experiences with them. Killed everything quick, humane, and so I have no qualms going back to them with this setup, the shoot trad equipment. Insert wise, 50 grain brass insert, nothing crazy. That keeps me around that ballpark weight that I want up front. I don't want to go over 300. I just don't. Like I said, I'm still trying to keep that mid-range weight wise. Best of all worlds, speed, mass, penetration. I want all that. That's pretty well it, guys. Like I said, I put a lot of thought into this. I put a lot of thought into my gear, my equipment in general, and my arrows are no exception. But that's what I'm shooting this year, and I think that it's going to be a winner. I've got no worries or thought in my mind that it's going to perform well, but time will tell, and season is 2 weeks away from this Friday, so we are very close. Thanks for watching this video, guys. Hope that gave you some ideas if you're not settled in on a hunting arrow for this season, and maybe get your wheels turning and get some action that's being taken before your season starts. So thanks for watching this video, guys. Appreciate your views and your support. Please be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Get outside, shoot straight, and I will catch you next time.